Thank you for tuning in to the show. Of course, ad-free versions of this episode and all our episodes are available on our Patreon for just $1 a month. That kind of thing means the world, and it helps us keep the lights on. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Do all that good algorithm stuff. And without further ado, let's get on with today's episode.
Hello, everybody. This is Xavier from Pactbound. You're about to see our latest episode. As always, if you want to help support the show, make sure to visit our Patreon. We got a lot of stuff over there. For as little as $1, there's modules that we keep bringing every month. We have Bree is DMing a game that myself and Ryan H are on, which is super fun. If you want to check that out, you can check out our Patreon page if you want to find a link for our Discord, where you can find everybody in the community who's doing amazing. Like, everybody's doing amazing stuff throughout the community. And right now there's a bunch of people playing World of Warcraft together. It's really fun to see. And if you want to meet up other people, that's the perfect place to exchange and talk about Dungeons and Dragons and DNR. And you can find us on any social media as usual. Mostly, there we go. For Patreon, by the way, the link is patreon.com/DANDR. It's important to say. On every social, our handles are most likely DANDR or Dungeons and Randomness. I'm exhausted. So in our last episode, the merry band of dragons, Dragonborn, made their way to Uman Yiro after riding the cart with Oliver and Serena, and meeting up with yet another troubled cart situation where we fixed up their wagons and their wheels, and Olmo got to pick a very eldritch cursed item as payment, and we're all very happy to have Cause, or some say Cosm, along for the ride, and just maybe we'll find a way to free Aruthamar finally.
Let's do that thing where we go around the table and introduce ourselves. I'm Jace. I'm the Dungeon Master, going around the table, starting with Xavier.
Hi, I'm Xavier, and I play Zozo, the Dragonborn magician.
And Ryan H.
Hello, everybody. My name's Ryan, and I'll be playing Olmo, the Dragonborn with a hammer.
And Mandy.
Hi guys, this is Mandy, and I have a fun theory and maritime law fact for you. May or may not have been vetted by Jason Massey. In 1221 AEC, the Brightport Mayor implemented Maritime Code 2 CFR, Code of Fishing Regulation 200, which regulated fishing in the bays surrounding the city. This was, as you know, of course, brought about due to conflict between the Gurgling Grouper and the Tinkling Tuna factions. Both groups were absolutely adamant that their catch was the tastiest and made the best stew. This tiff between the two groups almost led to the extinction of the two tasty species. And I'm Clover. I play Clover. Hi.
I'm really glad you educated us on the too tasty tuna tiff. I really do.
It's very important.
And of course, the crisscross of DNR, Ryan G. That's because your microphone is backwards, just like most of the like they wore their pants backwards. They did it.
You know what, Jason?
You will also make us jump.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what?
Uh-huh.
Blur that.
For the audio listeners, I just flicked them off. I mean, you know what the visual is. But hey, everyone. I'm Ryan. I play Kriv. And I have no fun facts for you, but yeah, I play Kriv.
You are a fun fact.
I am.
That's true.
It is a fun fact.
You're a walking fun fact. That makes it sound like that's
You're a fun little fact.
Now it sounds insulting. I don't know how it became. It was supposed to be endearing. Guys, welcome to Uman Yiro. It is a bustling little metropolis that you can get goods and services that you won't find anywhere else in the world of Theria. Obviously, everyone has coughed up any weapons or any potions, ammunition, anything that could do any damage into these locked chests up front, which are sort of cosmically linked to you. No one's going to be able to steal your stuff, and you obviously can't take it into the city. That being said, once you step on this little teleport pad, it is going to zip you up within just a moment. It's going to be bright flash, and then boom, you're in this sort of almost like a dome-ish structure. It's not massive. It almost looks like a small library / waiting room, but completely circular. And it all sort of ends at this little desk, like a little standing podium type thing. And normally there's someone here to welcome you to the city and to give you directions and all that good stuff. But currently no one's there. It's a bit odd. Honestly, this opening little welcoming space looks a little deserted. And what you'll see beyond that is the city proper. And this place is massive. It's a crisscrossing maze of levels. There's all kinds of like hustle and bustle, people running back and forth. There's people in different colored robes dictating like what school of magic they're studying and what teacher they're, basically what grade they're in. With these black, red, and purple robes being like the upper echelon, like the highest of high muckety mucks. Then it's just how decorative their sashes are and stuff like that. That, when you get to like popish levels of ridiculousness, then it's like, okay, well, you're obviously much more important. You have a silly hat, so you can see at a glance. What would you guys like to do?
So there's just no one at the reception desk, basically.
No, there's no one there, but you are going to see a couple people posted by this enclosure on the opposite side. So instead of there being someone to welcome you, there are what look like, I guess they kind of look like guards, but they're not carrying any weaponry. But they're wearing their own garb that is kind of like this loose fitting, almost like a tattered tabard type thing over top of these wrappings. So you're gonna spot them kind of all over, but what's peculiar about them is they're also wearing these, it's almost like a metal exoskeleton type of thing. Like, these guys don't have faces that are visible. The outside of their bodies kind of coated in not armor, but like plating. So they look bulky from certain angles, but you could definitely see underneath it's just cloth wrapping and stuff. So it's a really odd and kind of not super welcoming look.
And like, these are not Warforged or SIE. Like, we would have seen some over the years, right? We would know.
Definitely, yeah. This is this is new. Like, I would say, yeah.
Huh. Is there any like bell at the reception counter that we can just like
Yes,
tap?
absolutely, yeah.
Oh, okay. Zozo just strolls on up to that little bell and just like ding, 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 ding. Ask for service.
So on the counter, there's this flat blue. It almost looks like a frisbee, but the surface of it is this polished gemstone. And after you kind of ring the bell, the gemstone's going to kind of light up this orange hue, and this little figure is going to appear. It's like the bust of someone here. It looks like maybe a little gnome. Like, it's tough to tell because it's kind of like blown up, but you're not quite sure if it's a recording or like a live feed of somebody who just isn't here right now, but maybe is like a central processing figure. And you know what? Let me try something here. Hold on a second. So, yeah, let me mess with stuff here and see if this works. So, if you hit this button, this little figure is going to appear. Yep. What can I do for you?
Amazing. What is this? He kind of runs his hand through the hologram.
It's just kind of like. But please, sir, please don't do that. It's very expensive. Do you need assistance? Do you need me to help you?
Yes. Direct me to the foremost authority on mind control magic.
Why?
We need to break a spell.
Oh, undo. What do you got? You got a curse? Do you have do you have any information written down? I could point you in the right direction if you give me some more info.
Now, I remember that Zozo rolled really poorly in the second episode, I think, or third. So I don't even know what Xavier knows that Zozo doesn't. Do I even know that Aruthamar is was mind controlled by the Black Hand, or not even?
Well, as Xavier, you do. You helped do it.
Yeah. But like,
years ago, that was you.
Like, the premise of our Pactbound group, we kind of know what's up, but I don't know to what extent. So I don't know if Zozo knows nothing or not.
Well, here's the problem. The Red Dragonborn are pretty clued in, but obviously Zozo wasn't on speaking terms with 95% of the Red Dragonborn. So
yeah.
Here's the thing though. You did have a chance to speak to Serena about it, and I don't know if you guys would have talked more about it on the road. If so, I'd let you re-roll.
Okay. I'll take that. What would that be? Just like a history, or maybe?
So give me Arcana.
Arcana, perfect. -1. Here we go.
You got this, baby. Nah, never mind. You don't. Somehow, by speaking to someone else about it, you've lost knowledge. Like you. Yeah. So, you know it's mind control, but that's as far as you've like narrowed it down.
So he'll think about it for half a second, and kind of like his eyes kind of grow wide a bit, kind of, and he side eyes towards the three of you to go like, do we?
Go ahead, fearless leader. What was it?
Oh no.
Nobody knows. All we know, it's a very powerful creature who got mind control, and having her mind controlled could have terrible consequences. It would be much better if that creature was not mind controlled.
So this is a pet, something like that?
No, something much more powerful.
Is that a goat?
And then
Roger's fine. Roger's not mind controlled.
Roger
I'd like to think like Roger just like hoved into view. Just
Clover brings him up. Here. Roger eats the glass.
Okay. Go downstairs 2 flights, look for the purple wing. You got mind control, necromancy, basically anything that curses. And there's a slew of people that can help you. Make sure and sign any products out because, none of that's supposed to leave the city. And try not to learn how to do any of that stuff. All right.
Okay. No worries. Mind control's for the weak. Is this on? Are you gone? Damn it. All right, purple. Purple it is.
so if you step out into the city proper, it's this huge enclosed courtyard. It's kind of a weird sight because most of the time you go to a city and there's like a town square type of thing, or you kind of see how the city flows. This almost looks like a giant mansion because it's totally covered. It's enclosed. It's like one giant building that just goes vertical. And like that's to protect it from any weather, any stuff like that. And it's just a weird feeling because they don't have a day or night cycle in here. It's all just kind of lit up through like magic lighting and stuff. So everything has this weird Vegas-y feel a little bit in that you walk in, it's like, what time is it? Like you don't like it kind of takes away your bearings. So when you walk in, there's staircases leading in every direction. Like it's like they have those little "You Are Here" mall poster things everywhere so that you can find your way, because this place has just been decades of building on top of itself. Like, and you're going to see those guards posted at every staircase, every entranceway, everything everywhere.
While everybody's kind of like trying to find the path of where to go, Omo has a certain book in his hand, and he keeps trying to read it while walking and mumbling through it, and occasionally muttering to whoever happens to be closest to him if they know what any particular words on the page are. Occasionally muttering Cosmentor. And more often than not, bumping into somebody and apologizing, then going back to the top of the page because he completely lost where he was.
Honestly, you fit in with like 50% of the students in this place carrying around huge tomes. It's like, oh,
It's
man,
just-
like
People constantly bumping into each other and dropping their books like all over the place.
Oh, sorry. This one's my book. That one's yours. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
like I picture Uman Yiro like learning here, coming here to study to be like Uber college, right? Because like Elle right now is taking college classes to eventually become an engineer. But to do that, she's got to take intro to art. And she's like, what the fuck? Like, why? Like, why? And it's like, well, what if you want to build some sort of painting droid down the line? Like, you need appreciation for art. But like, it's a bunch of people. It's like, look, man, I just wanted to learn Fireball. And it's like, nope, you got to learn how to change frogs to purple first. And then it's like, you got to get all the way through the book to get to the good stuff. And I imagine that's like any martial art, any kid walking in. It's like, I just want to like deflect arrows. And it's like, first 1,000 push-ups. Like it's, you know, it's a bunch of people just studying their ass off. So
they should have decided to hack the system if they'd come in wanting to make frogs purple, fireballs all day.
It's such a rigorous system because they don't want people just seeking power to walk out with it and stuff like that. And obviously there's a lot of control that you need, blah, 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 blah. You're just looking how to break curses. So what you're going to be doing is probably talking to some tenured professor somewhere in the, they call it the Forbidden Wing, you know, but it's obviously not forbidden. You can walk in. You just, you know, it's
in quotation marks.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, if you went into a library and it's like, how do I build a bomb? Like, it's like, whoa, we're going to put you on a list. Like, it's one of those things. Like, it's like, oh, look, fertilizer could be used for so many things. And then, you know, someone knocks on your door. So it's very much a situation like that. You're going to have to sign in. Is Zozo leading the way? Very important.
I'm assuming so. Yeah.
So has Zozo ever been in a city like this?
No, never.
Fantastic. Could you do me a favor? Could you roll a survival check?
Yes.
So it's like you're tracking your way. So like how good is Zozo at taking direction? Not too bad.
13. Okay.
Wants to. Yeah. So you're probably going to take a couple of wrong turns, but you know you're heading down, right? Mm-hmm. So there's like you probably misread a color or something like that. Honestly, I don't know if dragons would be colorblind or something because they have weird eyes. So like that's interesting. Yeah. But like it's like, oh no, that's more of a fuchsia than purple. Like it's
exactly all the blues and purples. Like
yeah.
We're separated by color. It'd be we're so colorblind.
You have different shapes though. That's the thing. Like that'd be a beautiful message if like if you guys standing in the lineup, even the character art, it's like one of these things is not like the like you could definitely if we made that picture black and white right away, you could still.
That's fair.
So yeah, you're gonna get to the Forbidden Wing, but only after it's like, oh no, this is the underwater wing. Like you don't want this wing because you need the special boots. What you need is you want to head back that way 2 clicks and then down a story, then do it. But the entire time Serena's just looking at everything. It's like, wow, this is amazing. Like just crazy interested. Like anytime you guys walk past like a classroom or something and it's like, oh my God, look at that stuff over there. Look at this. Like super interested in all this stuff.
Clover's opposite. She's like, books. No. More books. Why? She's
wait,
unhappy.
but what does party of the first part mean? Because I don't know what that means. Oh wait, right. I'll read this later.
So this, while yes, this is a bit of a confusing place. Nowhere you have turned yet has been uninteresting. You know what I mean? Like there's something, it's like, oh man, that could come in handy one day. While you're reading this book, do me a favor. Can I get an intelligence save?
Beautiful. Here you go.
Yay. 6. Okay.
0's fine.
This is like really thick lawyer speak meets deep arcane knowledge. Like this was written in a language you don't speak and then translated twice. You know what I mean? It's like, you ever order a package on Amazon and you get some really good English in there, and it's so good.
Yeah.
It's like, for happy time good man. It's like, I'm a happy time good man, and you just get really, it makes your day, right? But like, imagine those translation issues, but a lawyer speaking it to you very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you agree to the happy time good man clause. And,
yeah.
and you're like, oh, that sounds very important. Should I? So you keep reading these paragraphs over and over again. It's like, I got maybe a third of that. But you keep running into words like deal, pact, bond, like that type of thing. And I'd say with a 6, you're getting the vague. It's like, I'm sensing some importance here. Like this feels binding. Like, have you ever entered into a transaction and we all have to sign things, but you get to your 4th signature and you're like, wait a minute. Like, what am I doing? Like, what does that one say? It's like, no, just initial here. Like if you're buying a car, perfect. It's like tens of thousands of dollars on the line. They want to make sure they get that money. So it's kind of like that, where you feel like you're continuing to agree,
Yeah. Huh. I'm starting to think that this is less instructions and more. I don't. Hey, cousin. Oh, you don't like books, right?
I don't. It's just cringing, but also going, ooh, shiny. Oh, books. Well, you have a book. Cousin, why?
Is she broken?
No, she just is not a fan of books. It's a whole story. Maybe Serena. Do you remember that book I got?
Yeah. Do you want me to take a look at it? Because
yeah, yeah.
Let me like she's like grabby hands, like gimme, like that type of thing.
Oh, thank goodness.
And she's gonna thumb through it and kind of, like she's standing there. And if you've ever watched a friend struggle with something, mm-hmm. and you're just like, I could probably do this. And then you get your hands on it and it's like, oh no, this is tough. Like you're just like, it's kind of that. It's like she starts to read it and it's like, this may have lost something from the original translation, because it says to activate the lamp, licky the side. And I'm not sure what that means.
Well, there's a couple other languages if you go further back in the book. I don't know if you understand them. I think one of the languages was Infernal. That's the only other language I remember that I think he said. But if you know,
I see Dwarvish here, and I don't.
Do you speak Dwarvish?
I don't, but I do recognize it. A lot of runes.
I don't speak Dwarvish. Do you see any giant?
I mean, it's a regular sized book. I don't think there's room for giant in here.
Oh, yeah.
Have you tried licking it?
I'll lick it.
No, I have not tried licking it at all. And at that moment, he's holding it where Roger can just like start like gnawing on it. Roger has a genie.
Do you know what we need to do? We need to roll to see what Clover's good at today. What skill is?
Okay.
Yes.
So here's what we're gonna do. Let's get wacky. First of all, give me a D20. Let's see what skill is gonna pop up today.
20, gonna do D. That is a 9.
9.
It's right on the edge. I couldn't see what it was.
Investigation.
Ooh.
So now we need to find out what kind of investigation. Like, is this like a Sherlock Holmes, like deduction type of thing? Or is this like a health inspector type of investigation? Is this a grizzled noir cop on the edge type of investigation? So you know what? Give me a D10, and the higher the number, the harder we're going to lean into tropes.
All right.
Yes.
D10. Aw, 3.
3. Okay, that's fine. So what this is going to translate into is you are essentially like an OSHA ordinance person, or like you're it's like that is exactly 4 degrees off, and the state minimum is like you're very more of an inspector than an investigator, I would say, you know?
Yeah, so she's probably has been not only cringing at the books, but also looking at the staircases like, oh, this should go into the wall so that people with bags don't get caught. We just got an inspection, they said that. I was just like, oh.
None of these bookshelves
no.
are anchored. What if there's an earthquake, even though you're floating in the goddamn sky? Like, it's just...
And so she's just looking and cringing at everything. Oh, we're all going to die because of that. Oh, I want to touch it so bad. Oh, no. Wait. No.
Everyone isolate that.
How dare you? That's fine, but also, no. Make it all so, I don't know.
Serena's going to continue to thumb through this book, but you are going to get to the Forbidden Wing. Ooh. And there's this long stone corridor, and it's a bit dimmer down here. It's almost like an auxiliary basement type of thing. And some of these doors are barred shut, and then like there's a big wooden door locked behind it. And as you go, each one of these are like they're labeled. So there's a door just marked demonic studies. There's a door like it's like, oh, that's the Cthulhu door. We don't want that. And like you're walking around. And then there's a door that's just sort of miscellany. It's curses, like just basically curses, hexes, bad stuff. Like it's just that, and it's like that it's in there somewhere, but it's very vague,
Oh, maybe we should take Cosmentor in this door. I mean, everything else there was vaguely kind of cursed where we got him from. Is that the door we're going through anyway? Kind of two birds.
But why don't we put Cosmentor to the side for now?
Okay, Cosmentor, you wait right here.
Can I hold Cosmentor?
Oh, yeah.
No, and he just like reaches over and picks it up and puts it straight into his backpack. This is gonna be saved for later.
Aww.
Good. I like good thinking, Kriv. Good assist.
Bye, Cosmentor.
Bye, Cosmentor. I wanted a new
Sodite?
friend.
Sodite.
All right, let's go. And he busts open the doors. Zozo goes in.
Like literally, or like?
Well, I mean, like a grand opening, like bang.
Oh, okay. Like
I don't break it
saloon.
down.
Yeah, you make an entrance.
Yeah.
Got it. Sorry, I'm writing this down.
Oh.
I was going to say, I imagine most of us just kind of walk in fairly comfortably, whereas Kriv and Olmo kind of have to kind of crouch in just a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know how big the doors here are, but they can't be that big.
They're not. Again, this hallway is like, you almost get this. It's like, this is storage because there's no active teachings going on here. This is all logs and like, we have experts, but no one's allowed to learn these things anymore. Like they're locked for a reason. That's like if you see a sign that says, please don't poop in the fountain, that's because someone ruined it for the rest of us.
So it's probably one of those situations where like we both go to move towards the door at the same time, and then we both stop at the same time and then motion for the other person to go through at the same time and then like start, and there's that awkward moment. And it's like, no. Just go. Just
Sorry. Yeah. I've never been to
There's
this
not
part
enough
of the
clearance
city.
here.
No, not at all.
Need some ventilation too. Yeah, gosh, what if there's gas?
what are
There
you
just
talking
was.
about?
I don't know.
knew it.
He just starts breaking down. I don't know where this knowledge came from.
By the way, the entire time, first of all, Oliver ditched. Oliver's just, he's much more of like, he's much more of a like, look, I know what I can see. I know it's like, I'm going to find the food court.
I knew. Yep.
Does he have
I'm
Roger?
going
Or
to
do we
find,
have Roger?
no, Roger's clip-clopping down the stone hallway with you. Like you can hear like you could definitely hear the little coconut walk behind you.
Good old Roger.
As you open this door, someone's going to be sitting at a desk, kind of hunched over it, and like looks up like, "Hurry up! Close the door! You're letting the draft in." This very old looking tiefling, like hunched over, almost skeletal looking, like you just want to feed him a sandwich and give him a warm beverage.
All right. That just also motions to everybody to like come in. Like, come on, Kriv.
How much room is there in this? Is it a tight room? Are we kind of sardined in here?
Okay, let's put it this way. Remember I said the robe situation, like the more decorated. This dude is pretty decorated, and you're a little shocked at the size of his office. There's probably enough room for the four of you to stand in here, but not get comfy.
Yeah, so Kriv steps in and he closes the door behind him, and then he doesn't walk too far into this area, just kind of turns around and starts looking for like larger labels or sections that he can start to identify. He's going to ignore Mr. Bag of Bones over here and just go straight to the text.
Oh.
So he's going to start addressing that right away. Listen here, you thugs.
Oh.
You can't relocate me again. There's nowhere else to put me. I've had my quarters here scaled down 4 times in the last 10 years, and this is it. I've had it. No.
You there? I'm Zozo. This is the gang. What is your area of expertise? I like your energy.
He's got, you gave him a compliment, so he's going to zero in on you. Well, I'd like to think so. But Master Mage Willis Papworthy, at your service. I've should have been Archmage by now, but my teachings aren't active anymore in the school city.
Oh, is that so? What did you use to teach then?
Curses, death touch, hexes, you name it. If it's debilitating, I know it. But then you get a couple of rogue archmages taking over portions of the city, and all of a sudden, your teaching style is obsolete and dangerous.
Oh, I know about dangerous power as well. I think you and I are like-minded. He kind of like leans in on his table or whatever. He gets really close.
Just behind him over his shoulder, he gets this look from Kriv like, what the fuck do you know about this? And it's like,
dude, you couldn't hit a scarecrow. Like,
exactly. And then he just like shakes it off and just goes back to like using his finger to go through the books.
What you got on mind control?
What type of mind control? Is this the type where you're just sort of charming a person? You could strip all their free will away, force them to harm themselves and others. There's levels to this, man. What are we talking about?
Nothing complicated. Just the power to have a greater dragon obey your every command.
Nothing complicated. No, of course, we'll just lasso a dragon and get it to do our bidding. I'm sure we could do that before lunch.
That'd be a big lasso.
Well, being a master mage, I assumed so.
Are we getting lunch?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm hungry.
Oh yeah, me too.
Food court's on the 3rd floor.
Oh, I know where it is. Yeah. Hey, do you guys got this? But we can wait.
Okay.
Hey, we're not speaking theoretical, are we? Like he's starting to kind of conspiratorially lean in. Like,
I get his vibe. Yeah. I don't think we are. I'm assuming this is a safe place to talk about these kinds of things. Is it?
Oh, well, yes, if for no other reason than I've been pretty much left alone like a leper, completely abandoned by my academic peers. Shut my door. We'll speak candidly.
Omo looks around to see the door that Kriv already shut.
Yeah, just he can't see past you, so he's guessing you left the door open because it's still cold. Like he's just fucking like. As tieflings age, that old person thing of getting cold is so much worse to them because they build up a tolerance to fire, but the cold just eats away at their bones. Like they hate it. Like, yeah. So when you walk into this office, you probably notice that it is sweltering. Like it is not pleasant. The red dragonborn are probably fine. Zozo may glisten. Like
It's a little sweaty. Sweaty.
He's not going to mention anything about it, though.
No.
That's
just smelly and sweaty.
Polite. Yeah, he's being polite. All right. And he's gonna walk up to the bookshelf and just start like pulling at books, but not pulling them off the shelf. Grab these 3, and this'll get us started. What do we? Give me some parameters, man. Like, what's it? What size is the dragon? What type of what? What do you want it to do?
Did you? Well, for size, did you look up to the skies the day the world shook under the roar of the great dragon god Aruthamar when she took flight and flew out of Strahd's lair?
2 problems with that, son. 1, you shook. We were fine. 2, and he's gonna take this cane he uses and tap on the ceiling, which is low enough for his cane to reach. There's quite a few layers to be able to see the sky, but I do know the dragon of which.
Okay, yeah, she's very big.
All right, well, that does narrow it down. Put these 2 books back. We won't need that one. Just the thick one.
Graver put him back.
Slams it on the table.
Kriv was looking through the books, and as he gets to the book in question, Zozo grabs it because the mage indicated it. Grabs it like,
Thank you.
slams it.
Right. He's gonna start to he's gonna open the thing in the middle. There's like some old bookmark or whatever, and he's gonna start to try and get an individual page. Come here. Open your mouth. If Clover opens her mouth,
Yes.
he will instantly stick his hand in your mouth and run his finger along your tongue to get moisture.
Mm-hmm.
And it will taste like old newspaper ink and old man. He's thank you. You can, and he's gonna smack you on the chin. Close that up.
And she does it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I've had this happen to me. I apparently make good moisture. People would my friends. They said that I was really good to have around books, and I was just to be silent and to have my tongue out."
All right, shut up. That's boring. He's going to he's very rude. Just.
I'm just oh yep, that brings back memories. Yeah.
I found my character for next arc. This is going to be my inspiration.
Not a moment's hesitation. Shut up. Does not give a shit. And he's going to look through. All right. And he's got these little glasses that are kind of resting far down his nose. These cheaters aren't quite doing it. And he's got a second pair that he's going to put on that had these little arms, and every arm has a slightly higher magnification. And he's going to all right. Yes. Okay. So, you're trying to control the dragon. So
No.
that
No. Oh, did I not mention the part where we're trying to break
No, you
the mind
didn't.
control that's on the dragon so that she can take her rightful place ruling this world?
Now you did.
Put this book back. I don't need this book.
That was my mistake, Chris. I'll own up to it. That was my mistake. You want to fight?
You want to fight? I was going to say that was so much growth, and then instantly undid it. Just is.
So I picture he gives the book over, slams the book closed, gives it over to Zozo. Zozo turns around, makes eye contact, and slowly hands it over while he's speaking that. And then Kriv just kind of snatches it out and goes, "Not yet." And just puts it back and then turns back around as if it's just a normal thing.
Does the same thing. Tells Clover to open her mouth. Sticks his finger in. It's excellent. Good. You're doing a great job. Keep that up. Keep being moist. And he's going to...
That's creepy, old man.
If it makes you feel any better, his genitalia probably stopped working decades ago.
No, it doesn't make me feel any better.
No, it doesn't?
No.
Okay,
No.
you're right. He
It
has
does,
magic.
yeah.
If we
Same
got the
level.
blue pill, what do they got, right? Phew.
I'm not putting.
All right. Okay, so there's a few things we're going to have to do if you're being serious about this. First of all, let's get back to that little thing. Take her rightful place. What's that mean? He's going to lean in and kind of keep his voice down.
What does that mean?
Free?
Well, yes, free. But also free to take back the vacancy left by Strahd.
Oh, well. Yes. No, okay, yes. You know what? If you would have asked me a decade ago,
I would have said, get the hell out of my office, but I will look into it out of curiosity. Now I'm going to say, don't tell anyone about this, and I'll point you in the right direction to free this dragon. If only because those douchey higher-ups won't see this coming, and it'll make them look like idiots, especially after the murder. Now, what you're going to need to do is find the source of there's a pivot point, an axis. It's being used to control your dragon. So there needs to be some sort of artifact, some sort of. Are you a spellcaster? You made it sound like you're a spellcaster.
I am, but
so
I'm highly specialized.
So, like, he's going to launch into it. It's like, you know what I'm talking about. So, you need a casting implement to channel magic through. Otherwise...
Oh, yes. This I know.
You're just raw dogging magic all over the place, and you don't want to do that. So... I have a bucket list of terms that I want to get to be able to work into conversation, and raw dogging magic is... right in there. I got to do it. So
see, I thought you were going to go the other way to where you're just going to be having. So, all right, new book idea, right? A little book. Sentences that make Mandy go, eh.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we're working on stats for the show, I want to know how many minutes Mandy's been doing her disgusted face.
Oh, yeah. I just know you said little book. I don't think that's a little book.
Well, it's small text, right? Just
okay.
Just the one-liners of here's everything that's made Mandy go meh.
Honestly, if I can do this profession long enough to get a book called Raw Dogging Magic on a Barnes & Noble shelf, and my spirit can rest. I
will buy it. I will buy it.
Where do you go from there, right?
Fair. Yeah.
Anyway. So there's some sort of, there's a channeling point out there, and I'm assuming if this dragon's still under control, that's still intact. I can give you something to help find it. It's going to be, it's going to be very specialized, probably kept in some place where it won't be fiddled with too much. But first, you got to break that. And then you just have to get into a room with your dragon. And then there's a quick dispel magic ritual thingy, and then you're good to go.
Okay, I think we can do this. All we have to do is break some crystal ball, and then we go dispel the magic. Sounds easy enough.
Could be a crystal ball. It could be... I had a colleague that made these hideous little wooden dolls, and they would do things like restore hair growth, and things like that. Creepy little things. So it kept them right on the cubicle wall when I first started. It was just disgusting. They didn't make it very far.
Yeah. That's what happens when you decorate your office with little, tiny figurines. You don't get respected by your colleagues. Even though you work in animation.
Just kidding. Everybody does it. Just kidding. Everybody does it.
There's nothing personal about that at all.
Not a bit.
I want to give you a hug, Xavier.
Everybody does it. I was kidding. I was just trying to find a punchline for my joke that was going nowhere.
It's great.
I thought you were making fun of Jason.
No, that's fine. No, I mean, no one respects me either. It works. It works. It's fine. You're not Matt Mercer. I know. And then that's the end of the conversation most of the time.
I could give you a little something here to help find that. Who the hell knows where it's going to be, though? You might be in for one hell of a journey. But once you find it, you just got to track down your dragon. How hard could that be?
Leave it to me. It won't be hard at all. Tell me, Master Mage Willis, what is it that you want out of this? Is it just to humiliate those who said you were not worthy or not strong enough? Is that sufficient? We can offer you anything from Strahd's treasure trove, or I can offer you a place at Aruthamar's side. If it's just a humiliation, that's fine too.
Well, now, hold on. When you say offer me a place at Aruthamar's side, what are you pitching exactly?
Well, I can't speak on her behalf right now,
Of course
but I will be her right hand.
Right arm?
Well,
right hand?
Let's say you've become increasingly disenfranchised with academia, spending your entire life, almost 100 years, dedicated to the craft, being born into it, molded by it, and then you cast aside because your particular style of magic, your academic pursuits were deemed less than by others. It's politics, honestly. Now, what if I wanted to restructure things in the city? Less bureaucracy, less should we, and more, ooh, look what I can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Power and action are to be rewarded.
Exactly. Now, look, I'm not saying that what some of my students did wasn't a little, over the line. But am I a little proud that they took knowledge that I gave them and took over a good portion of Brightport? I would be lying if I said that I wasn't proud of that. And don't get me wrong, I feel bad for all the people that died, of course. But they donated huge amounts to the school and said it was because of me. Do you know how much clout that got me at the time? Oh. So yes,
I can't say I do.
Well,
Probably a lot.
Yeah. It means a lot at these stupid charity luncheons, but no more of that. If your dragon gets free, we can reshape this entire city. Does that seem fair to you?
I mean, I'll see what Aruthamar says about that. She's gonna be my boss, but I'll put in a good word.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Well, anyway, here, and he's gonna like, hold out your hand.
He holds out his hand.
You're
For
holding
the audio
out,
part of the podcast.
right? So you're like holding out your hand to shake, and he's gonna like, he's gonna shake, and a hole is gonna be punctured into your palm.
Yeah.
And like he's gonna, if you try to pull back, he's gonna like hold on, hold still. And your hand's gonna start to like radiate green, like there's just like, it's like you definitely, like there's a warmth to it that you're feeling. And then he's gonna pull back. All right, so if you hold out your hand, you should get a little vibration, a sense of where to go. There should be some visuals to it as well, but it's all kind of manufactured by your mind. So, could be arrows, could be, I don't know, snakes, mermaids, whatever you see in your head, it'll point you in the right direction, and, it should get you there.
He tries to focus in on the palm of his hand. And I don't know if it would work, but it's really highly detailed, miniature version of a Ruthamar, in perfect scale. Just appears and kind of points in the direction.
But then it stands up and it's huh? Pointing this way, it just over here, just almost like a cartoon of Ruthamar, just kind of
or it says OC of Aruthamar, and she's got very fine proportions.
I just pictured Yu-Gi-Oh's Toontown version of a
don't look at my drawings.
just a stacked version of Aruthamar.
It's a Ruthamar.
Yeah.
Oh my! Just kind of Well, I'm tired. On your way.
Bye.
Well, real quick. What is this ritual that we need to do whenever we do get to Aruthamar?
Oh. Fine.
And he's gonna pull some directions out. I could copy it from the book, but I don't want to. Basically, all you need to do, it's a very simple counter spell. Any 5th year mage could teach you it, but the hard part's going to be breaking whatever spell bound this creature, because it had to be some sort of large channeling crystal or powerful artifact. It has to be in proportion to the creature you're trying to control. So you can imagine that it might even be heavily guarded. Who knows? Not size-wise.
Oh.
And he's gonna, but it could be, I don't know, as small as a baby bird or something. I don't know what it is, but its power will be radiating so much that you should be able to pick up on it now. Anytime you look at your hand and sort of channel that.
Okay. And on a different note, I'm sorry.
Big Titty Ruthamar is gonna stand up.
Yeah. I do have one other question, but it's more of a curiosity. When you were
he's going to be looking at the Aruthamar the entire time. That you're
Yes.
I can't believe that's canon.
We did it. We put dragon with
Scalies. That's right. Yep.
Dragons.
We did it. We did
it. When you were talking about what happened in the past and the donation and all that stuff, I'm just wondering, who was that did that?
What? Why?
I'm just curious. That's all.
Are you a narc? Because you have to tell me if you are.
He puts his hands up nope, no. I'm just a curious soul.
There was a archmage, graduated here very long ago, got tired of the runaround with his fellow academics and decided to strike out. It became a very, it wasn't popular, but very successful, very powerful man, Thermac. He struck out, Tail took over a good third of Brightport, from what I understood, did very well for himself. And then the poor lad was assassinated in his own home, but, que sera.
I guess that comes with the territory of taking over half.
Yeah, powerful, but not quite enough. Oh well.
Before we go, I know he keeps trying to kick us out, but I have the slap. Kriv has my lamp. The lamp. It has Cosmentor in it, and he came from a wagon where everything was mildly cursed. But we took only one mildly cursed item instead of all the mildly cursed items because we were only offered one mildly cursed item, and it has this whole book that Serena. Where's Serena?
Probably just barely like kind of wedged into the room with you, so just kind of like trying to make themselves small while you guys are messing around with books. So like it's that thing where you look on this side, and then you do it a third time and they're there. Yeah.
Eventually look just kind of down in between enough of us.
Yeah. Just hi, just kind of peeking out.
Sharina, actually, have you figured out the book okay, or should we ask him if he can help?
No, ask him, because I don't speak Infernal.
Okay.
Or Abyssal, or any of those languages. They're dead languages.
Okay. And so we have this book that says how he works, or what we're supposed to do with him, but the Common seems like a really weird translation, and it has like Infernal and Abyssal and Dwarf. Well, I don't know if it has Infernal and Abyssal, but it's definitely at least one of those, and Dwarf. And here, can I give him the book? Thank you. Here's the book. Can you help it make sense, or will that take too long?
Yeah, he's gonna kind of take. Let me see the thing. Mildly cursed. Any idiot could mildly curse something. That could mean anything. It could mean don't trust a fart sometimes. It just let me see the lamp.
Grib takes the lamp out and puts it in the middle of the table.
And he's gonna like grab it. All right. So the discoloration make me think that it's quite old, but it doesn't appear to have been used. So the previous owner took quite good care of it, which either means that they only used it a couple times, or they were completely scared off by the word cursed because they're a plebe and don't understand the connotations. You there, pink girl, open your mouth, please. And he's going to take the lamp and rub it on your tongue.
Okay.
The rules of thirds. That was perfect. Is this show written?
He's gonna look at it. It's like, all right. See that sizzle? That means it's working. So just keep doing that. And the what was his name?
Cosmentor.
Cosmentor. Good. Yeah. So I'm sure that'll coax him out eventually. Now, be careful. Obviously, don't share your food with him. Don't make any deals that you don't completely understand. Don't shake his hand after midnight, and there's some other stuff I forget. But I'm sure you'll figure it out by figuring out where the line is and then crossing it once or twice. But good luck. Yes.
Okay.
You know, I think most of Mandy's actions this session has been going, nah. I think that's most of.
But look how much
Mandy's
that sets
role.
in motion.
It does.
Yeah.
It's
true.
moved forward.
That's true.
It pretty well.
That's my new advice to anyone in a campaign. If you're having a hard time, it's like, have you tried licking it? Like, just like you'd be surprised how much that kickstarts a story.
Yeah.
Usually just gets me arrested.
Well, there's your story.
Well, there you go. Like you have at the next gathering, be it a scheduled visitation or a party, like you'll have a story to tell.
That's right.
And he's gonna kind of like, it's like, all right, leave.
And Clover, just before they leave, she's gonna slightly raise his chair so that his feet are flat, and that he is, when he sits, is ergonomically correct. And then she scutters out.
If you do that, you're going to hear several vertebrae just like grrr, like a fresh bendy straw. And he's like, ah, hold on. Open your mouth. And he's going to put a butterscotch in there. Thank you. Oh.
See, cousin, I knew this would turn out well.
Oh yeah, that's wonderful.
He's like, I can feel my left arm again. That's wonderful. Like, just guys, I think that's a good time for us to stop for the evening. I know there's a ton to do, but we're right in the middle of a move, and I'm very excited to get to this, but also to find a place for all our stuff. So
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a Wicca thing. I'm happy.
So I'm going to get out of the way and let Xavier tell you all about how you can support the show and find us and all that good stuff.
Hey everybody, Xavier again. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thanks for tuning in. If you were here live on Twitch, thank you, and be there again. And if you weren't, make sure you catch a stream live every Saturday. Well, I mean every Saturday that we are putting an episode up at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And share the podcast with your friends. I'm losing my voice as this thing. We gotta stop this soon because I'm losing myself. Make sure you follow, give us a follow on the socials, we'll see you online. And thanks again for your support. It means a lot to us. Have a good night.